Have you wondered why a lot of foreigners are choosing to come to South Africa versus their country? These guys would rather prefer to spend all their life in South Africa than spending their life in their respective countries. We're talking about the likes of people from America. We're talking about people from Nigeria. We're talking about the people from generally the world. This shows you that South Africa is special. This shows you that South Africans has actually conquered the world. This shows you that there's something unique about this country called South Africa. I'm going to show you guys the moment in a guy shared the reason why South Africa has become his favorite country, and he will never trade this moment for any other thing. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you turn your notification bell on. Let's take it away, guys.
Right, hold on. This South Africa slander needs to stop. Let me try and convince you why South Africa, and specifically Cape Town, is one of the best places on earth. Number one, people. They're some of the nicest people you will ever meet in the world. Some of the friendliest. You literally have to acknowledge everybody you see because there is such a friendly vibe and atmosphere in South Africa. If a random stranger asks for the time, just keep your phone in your pocket, but that's just logic. Most people in South Africa are not trying to harm you. They are some of the friendliest people in the world, and they let you know how friendly they are to make you feel safe. Number two is the wildlife. The wildlife in South Africa is absolutely unmatched. Whether it's the ocean, whether it's the land, you've got safari, you've got so many things to see, and so many parks and wildlife sanctuaries. And no, there's not just snakes and spiders in everybody's houses like you would think there would be, like Australia or something. No, South Africa is very safe when it comes to wildlife. You're only in a bit of danger if you are in front of like a buffalo stampede. In fact, most of the wildlife isn't in the major cities, it's out in the natural landscapes that South Africa has to offer, which is a lot of land. But in the sea, you have so many dolphins, so many whales, sharks, everything you want to see. However, be careful when swimming in South Africa. But you've got places like Boulders Beach, which is one of the only places in the world that has penguins. You have safari, crocodile parks, shark diving, the list is endless. If you're a nature lover and you haven't been to South Africa, what are you doing? 3, the sunset. And when I say the sunset, I mean the drinking, the restaurants, but the views are just incredible. Go to Table Mountain and reach the top on a clear day. You will have one of the best views of Cape Town you can imagine and one of the best views in the world. But it doesn't matter if you're in Camps Bay, Table Mountain, or a bunch of other places, as long as you have a little drink and the South African sunset, you are in heaven, my friend. You're in heaven. 4 is sports. There is literally kids playing football absolutely everywhere, and you can join in. It is such an inclusive country. It's so fun, and sport is a huge part of it. And don't even get me started on rugby. The South Africans take their rugby super seriously, and if you go to a pub on a game day, it is chaos in a great way. But South Africans absolutely love a drink. If you like a drink too, I'm sure you're going to get on with them. 4th is liberation. In South Africa, there's not a camera around every single corner to watch your every single movement. It's not like George Orwell's Big Brother. You have your own privacy. Obviously, if you don't have this, you feel more unsafe because you're not being watched, in the sense that if something happens to you, you could be in deep trouble because there's no evidence. But it does mean that you can pretty much do whatever you want in South Africa as long as you're not taking it too far. You get a lot of people doing silly stuff like drinking and driving, which definitely isn't safe, but the police won't crack down on you. And if they do, often you can just... They also have smoke shops absolutely everywhere. It completely encourages that type of stuff. And 5th and finally, it is a place of history, of culture, and there is so much to see. Obviously, apartheid happened, and that is a very dark and deep thing to go into with South Africa, and I wouldn't mention it everywhere I go because people have completely conflicted opinions on it. But there's a lot of things that you can go and see, and museums which will educate you to the best of your abilities. Then you have trips like Robben Island, which I've done twice, where you get to see Nelson Mandela's cell, which is truly a sad sight. I can't believe people were living in that size of a cell. But all of this history is something that South Africa has had to learn from, and the people are more united now than they used to be. If you think it's unsafe or unwelcoming, that is not true. You just have to have your head screwed on and you will be fine.
You can search the whole world, but there's nothing like South Africa. You can go to every country in this world, but you will come back and realize over and over, time and time again, that there's nothing like South Africa. The people, the food, the spirit of community.
Travel. Here's why South Africa, and specifically Cape Town, is one of the best places to go if you are from Europe or the West. Amazing weather, incredible beaches on both sides. If you want to get warm beaches, go onto the side where it's like Durban, and that is the East Coast. On the West Coast, you have Cape Town. Cape Town's an amazing city, and there is so much to do there, so many parties, so much lively action going on in Cape Town. It's a great city with great people. That is what makes a country, and that is what makes South Africa. Food is amazing, it's quite cheap, and the sunsets are like no other. Go on Chapman's Peak Drive for a crazy, crazy sunset. Views are obviously also incredible from Table Mountain. And if you're a nature person like me, then there is so much nature there to see, both in the ocean and on the land. There is safari parks, and then there are whales, dolphins, sharks, you name it, it's in the ocean. But I've gone back to Cape Town more than I have any other place on this planet. So there's reasons for that, and those are the reasons. Amazing destination.
I genuinely think that it is safe to say that you need to come closer to people to experience them, right? Do not ever judge a country by what you constantly see on social media, because at the long run, you might actually be wrong. If we had to judge South Africa from the mindset that a lot of Nigerians have been putting out there, to be very honest, it wouldn't be a nice one, because there are so many videos of, negative thoughts, negative perspectives, negative misconceptions most Nigerians do have about South Africa. But then hearing all these foreigners sharing in details how their life changed for good in South Africa, how they didn't want to wish it for, trade it for anything, like basically sharing a lot of amazing things about their experiences in South Africa, it actually touched me, right? These are genuine people choosing South Africa over their country. These are people sharing how they genuinely feel about South Africa, about South Africans, considering the fact that they are welcoming people, they are humble people, they love people around them. Why they would never trade this moment for anything. And that's what I always keep saying. I cannot think that it's safe to say that Nigerians are usually very negative. Like if something is not working around them the way they want it to work around them, it becomes a problem to them. I'm a Nigerian, so I'm actually judging these things from the perspective of a Nigerian. Right? I'm judging this thing because of a lot of misconceptions. When I started making my researches about South Africa, I was like, wow, this country is not how it's been pursued, it's been showed on social media. If you click on South Africa versus Nigeria, you would never see any good thing coming from a Nigerian. It's just the few ones that probably are truthful. The likes of Chimdi, the likes of, what's the name? I'm trying to remember, a lot of them though. The ones that have experienced South Africa and they just want to be truthful about them. But then again, there are so many videos of people criticizing this country. And to be very honest, when I came across the video, I was moved. I was moved in the sense that, Nigeria at this point should do better. I was moved in the sense that let us try to normalize praising people, not just praising people, like seeing the good aspects of people. It must not be all about negativity, throwing shades, bantering online, looking for things to pull a country down. I think we've actually outgrown that. This is 2025 for crying out loud, and things should work accordingly. So guys, I'm going to rest it here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. When I saw these beautiful videos from genuine people sharing why they would never trade the moment they've actually had in South Africa for any other thing, it touched me, right? I became emotional listening to them, and I know that you will as well. Let me know what you think in the comment. Do you agree with their claims or do you disagree with their claims? So everything they said here, can you vibe it? If you're Nigerian watching me, if you're South African watching, if you're Ghanaian watching, do you agree with these things or do you disagree? I'm going to rest it here. Thank you guys so much for watching until now. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this is your first time coming across my face, my name is Uju. You are highly welcome to Cant with Uju. Don't make your last subscribe. And I will see you guys soon in my next video. Stay happy, be kind, and be blessed. Bye.